Derby County have been linked with yet another player after yesterday facing the links of Tom Curzons the day before the likes of Louis Barry and Harvey Nibbs. We head on to another one today by the name of Tymoteus Puchacz, and I've definitely, absolutely butchered that one. And you can all take the mick at me down in the comments. But talks are underway, advanced talks are underway for a championship club for this 25-year-old left back who only recently made the move to his current club. And for me, this is a deal which could be really good for Derby County. I spoke over the last few weeks about our need for a left back or a left-sided players to go with the likes of Callum Elder and Craig Forsyth and give them some more opportunities to push them on, to push their performances even more. And with the likes of Craig Forsyth coming towards the end of his career, this is a deal which I think could be absolutely amazing for Derby County. He currently wears number 27 and he's 25 years old, born on January the 23rd, 1999. He's made 15 international appearances for Poland and he stands at 1.83 metres tall, which is around 5'9". Now, he has only obviously recently signed for this club, so this deal would be a loan move, and it's a move which has been reported by a Polish journalist who is obviously looking to see where his compatriot player is going to be heading. And there is some other clubs interested, the likes of Plymouth Argyle in the Championship, and I believe the other one was Preston. I could be wrong on that. I'll try and put it in the video. But for me, this is a really good deal for Derby County. And it's one which makes a hell of a lot of sense. Because if we can bring in another left back who has experience at first team football. If we look at his positional chart now just for a second. He's played on left midfield, left back, left wing and on the right wing. 98 appearances at left back, 2 goals, 13 assists. 81 appearances on left midfield, left wing back, 10 goals and 14 assists. He's certainly a player who could have a huge impact for Derby County over the course of the next few years. Now, obviously, his transfer value on transfer market is around 1.7 million euros. However, I believe after a 6-month loan spell, if he fits in with Derby County, I believe it could be a little bit lower than that, or maybe there could be a buy-in clause related to us staying in the Championship. Now, Derby County have previous with Polish players. If we go back to Kamil Jóźwiak, who came from Lech Poznan and never really hit the heights that we all anticipated he'd hit. Now, this player came through at Lech Poznan and made 82 appearances for the first team, scoring 7 times, collecting 12 assists. He's then played for a range of other teams, the likes of Panathinaikos, Transpor, Union Berlin, and he's never really hit those same heights, which we've seen before with Polish players once they make the move from the comfort of their home nation and things like that. And we've seen it with other players as well. And I'm not going to say that he is going to struggle coming to the Championship, because ultimately I don't always believe that's the case. And I do believe that he will fit in for Derby County. And it's just one of those about, will this deal make sense? Will it work with what we've already got and what we're trying to do? Derby County, as of today, when I'm recording this video, you'll be seeing it the next day at 12 in the morning. But Derby County today have been told that they're closing in on a deal by Alan Nixon for Louis Barry, which increases the strike department. We're in talks for a deal for Tom Curzons, which I spoke about yesterday evening. Another deal which could be absolutely massive for Derby County in that striker department. So there's 2 strikers that we're potentially getting in. And now if we fulfill in that left wing back slot, which I think is a massive one for Derby County and one which seriously needs doing, then this could be a brilliant deal for Derby County, and one which cannot be put into small regard, because Derby County have had a ton of left backs over the years in the attempt to try and replace Craig Forsyth. The likes of Stephen Warnock, Hayden Robert, Ashley Cole, Lee Buchanan. There's been all these players that have come in. Max Lowe is another one who have tried to take that mantle away from Craig Forsyth and have been unable to. Callum Elder is in the same boat right now, where he's not really good enough to take off Craig Forsyth, but Craig Forsyth isn't fit enough to play all the time, which then ends up showing in his performances. So it's one of those for me where I do believe this could be a really good deal for Derby County. Now, this season, he hasn't played as much as he would probably like, which is, in my personal opinion, is the reason why this transfer is even a discussion. He's made 10 appearances, collecting 1 assist. He's been in the starting 11 33% of the time, with 29% of the minutes. If we look at the detailed performance data for him this season, he's only played 395 minutes, which I think is pretty similar to that of Dejan Brown, which we will get up now just to confirm, because obviously Dejan Brown is a youngster at Derby County. He's not getting as many minutes as he'd like either, 13 appearances. He's played 49 minutes. So it's a player who is in that same sort of category as a Dejan Brown in his current club, where he's not getting the opportunity to feature, not getting the opportunity to make an impact, which is obviously then having an impact later down the line with the club and with the player who obviously wants to be playing football at this period of his career. Obviously at 25 he's coming into his prime age, which is exactly what Derby County need. We need those prime age players so that the likes of Cruz Allen, the likes of Niall McAndrew, Dan Cox, Kai Robinson, players like that can all step up to the first team in the long run. And with bringing in a player like this, I'm not going to butcher his name yet again, but I think it could be a fantastic deal. And if we can get one of these deals that we're reported to be closing in on over the line before the Leyton Orient game, I think it completely changes the picture. Now, I've already recorded my Leyton Orient preview and a couple of other videos because I've got some work going on at my house today and over the course of the next few days. So it's going to be interesting to see what does happen with this one, because I think it's a really good opportunity for Derby County to bring in a really good player and one who could have a real big impact on our season going forward. And obviously in the long run, obviously it looks as if it will be a loan up until the end of the season, but in the long run it could be a permanent transfer which could really push Derby to a new level and open up those doors in the European market, which we've already spoke about a few times on this channel. And there's a video which will have come out yesterday where I was talking about players in that European market, the likes of Ernest Poku and players like that currently at AZ Alkmaar, who could potentially come in and really benefit Derby County. And we have contacts within those clubs and things like that already from bringing in players that we've already bought in. And obviously, are we going to go and have another look at Djurgården and the league in Sweden, see if there's any players coming up there, because Zetterstrom has been an absolute steal in my opinion. Yes, he probably could have done better for a couple of goals, but he's also kept us in a lot of games. Bristol City at home, for example, could have been 2-3-0 down before we scored our first goal. But we've had some really good performances from those players who have come from overseas, and I think it is time that Derby County really start pushing on with that. And I think this is a deal which shows that. Now, obviously, the talks around Curzons and Barry, Harvey Nibbs, and players like that, all common links, which I think are really good deals for Derby County if they can get them done. I'm not saying that they have to be done, and I'm not saying that they're life-changing deals. I think Louis Barry would be an excellent addition, and I think we can offer more first-team football than anybody else. But you've also got the opportunity of, if we bring in Barry, Nibbs, Curzons, we can get rid of Blackett. We can get rid of like Blackett, Taylor, Barkhazen, Washington, Collins. We can get rid of some of them. Brown could go out on loan, and obviously it's one of those for me where there's certainly opportunities for Derby County to really push the boat out with these signings that we're doing. We don't have to necessarily go out and spend £5-6 million like some people want, but we just need to make the right moves at the right time, and that's what we haven't seen so far with Derby County in this January window. Obviously, as of recording, we're 6 days and 12 hours in, so it's going to be interesting to see what does happen across the course of the next few weeks. We will be staying across all the transfer news, as well as keeping you up to date with any other news that drops with Derby County, match previews and reviews. So if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you in my next video.